So welcome to the show, welcome to the show. Cause if you didn't, now you know. Light it up, kid, give them a show. Be volcanic and just let it blow. Oh, make them shiver. They've been waiting for the real man, time to deliver. I'm magnetic, I move still. They can't feel it, soon they will. You spit electric, you shock with sight. Your sounds eclectic, the crowds ignite. They've been waiting for it, so just let them have it, yeah. Double stuff them like a sandwich, yo. If it ain't enough, the hell with it. Top pitch. They try me, buy me, ride me, tie me down, make it exquisite. So you can fly me, wine me, dine me, opining on me for a minute. Cause I really don't care, I just let it burn so long as I can feel it. Lie to me if you dare, cause it's the only way I can believe it. Welcome to the show, kid.
What's for dinner? It's the G Talk. I'm gonna cut this short.
Yeah.
It's the G Talk. It's your boy J.A., Ja, or Serge. Some people know me as different things. And we have Frankie. What's up, brother?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How's it going?
This is a dream come true.
It's a dream come true.
You're looking good over there. You're looking comfortable with my kids' stuffed animals.
Yeah, this is Leonardo, right?
And
I know Michelangelo, and
that's the red one.
that's the red one. I believe that's Leonardo. Maybe because that's
Hold
only two
on.
names I know.
Hold on. I got to look this up.
Because it was four of them. It was Leonardo,
Red Ninja
Michelangelo,
Turtle.
and I forgot the other two's names.
Raphael.
This Raphael?
That's Raphael.
That's Raphael. I was close. Leonardo, Raphael, tomato.
That's Raphael. Hi, Raphael.
Right, so this is Raphael.
Yeah, what's up, boy?
We're going to call this one Dumbo.
Dumbo. That's Phineas.
That's Phineas?
Yeah, that's Phineas. I guess that's my daughter's toy. I don't know. I just
let's call her Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Yeah,
Phoebe.
Phoebe. And this guy, oh my God, he looks. What was that dude from Sesame Street?
Oh,
Big Bird. let's call him that. I forgot his name. Oh my goodness, how did we start the first show with characters from
Oscar the Grouch.
80s? Oscar, was it Oscar?
Oscar the Grouch. Yes. Am I getting an applause for that?
Yeah. Very nice, my friend.
I think that's Oscar the Grouch.
Oh, right.
You're thinking of Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah, and who
That's Snaky Snake.
This is Snaky Snake.
That's Snaky Snake. That always watching, waiting for the apple to come out.
Oh, right. He don't bite, right?
Unless you give him something to bite at. It's the G Talk, my friends. This is Frankie. It's my boy. We're gonna be talking, having some fun.
Yeah,
this
man.
is practice. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling very excited.
Yeah.
I think that this is a great thing here. Anybody listening, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about some real stuff, and
we're gonna tear shit up.
yeah,
There's some poker chips there. We're gonna tear shit up. Yeah, we have a lot of plans. A lot of great things. What are you drinking? Are you willing to admit?
I'm drinking whiskey. And
Yeah, kid.
Until the whiskey company that I'm drinking from advertises on this show, I would just refer to that drink as whiskey.
And applause for Frank. Well done. Yes.
Oh yeah, and the glass I'm using,
Yes.
it's a nice glass. And if once this company finds out I'm doing this, I'll let them know what the name is. And yeah, but it's a very nice glass, and
But until then, we ain't repping.
Until then, no. We're in it. We want to connect with people. We want to help people and everything. But these big corporations, yeah, will help you. But there's some zeros that has to be signed over first.
Money. We need some coin. We need some coin first before we rep you. But whiskey's good. Good job. So it's the G Talk. This is a test pilot. We have we're in the mothership. This is the 360 cam. Eventually, my buddy's going to be able to see this. It's a unique camera. I don't want to rep. I would love for them to advertise one day. This is the Insta 360 that's allowing me, you see me. Hi.
Mhm.
There's Frank. But now there's both of us, the 360 cam, and you can see the basement lounge. It is the mothership. This is where we broadcast from. This is where we create the magic. Well, that sounds, usually that's the magic happens other places separate.
Well, this is a different kind of magic.
Yes.
This is the kind of magic that only the G Talk could bring. And
Yeah.
what I mean by that is, this whole thing started.
Tell 'em. Tell them how it started.
This whole thing started, man. Two men met that are going through a divorce with kids involved in their late 40s, early 50s. And we thought we had our lives figured out.
we thought.
We thought that we had our happily ever after. We, had the house, the wife, the kids, the cars, the job.
Everything.
And now here we are. And, we start talking and it's like, yo, how is this fair to the men?
Yeah.
And continues talking hours and hours and hours of
Yeah.
talking about it. And then you come up with your idea of your podcast. And I said, if I ran into it, I would totally listen to something like this
Yeah.
because it's a support group for men.
Yes.
It's like, how do I start over? I'm fucking 50. Poker chip. How do I talk to girls? I was married for 17 years.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like me talking to girls right now, polka dots was in style when I first started with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I?
Polka dots were
yeah.
What, the 60s? You met her in the 60s?
No, they were still kind of out in the early 2000s. They went retro during that
Yeah.
time, the early. But
That's funny.
it's just like a different world,
Yeah.
and
Scary.
it is scary. I don't know how to talk to a girl anymore.
Yeah.
I went to the bar the other day. Girl I never met before asked me, oh hey, can you buy me a beer?
Did you put an order in?
I was like, I don't work here. And she said, no, man, she'll buy me a beer. I'm like, sweetheart, I just got out of jail this morning. How about you buy me a beer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was freaking offended.
You buy me a beer?
I'm like, that's not a way. Could you imagine? Is that the way it is now? Do I go up to a girl and say, yo, could you buy me a beer?
Well, try it.
I would try it.
I think you could probably get a beer. I might get some water in my face. I mean, but seriously, think about it. This is a good way to start. Because we were just talking on before we hopped on. Things are different, but even online, right? Things are different with people, with the way they communicate. People get aggressive online.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they're protected by the keyboard, right?
Yeah.
They're behind the screen. They can say whatever they want. Right?
Oh yeah, everybody's stuff online.
Everyone's a cowboy online,
Yeah.
right? Everyone thinks they're hard, right?
Yeah.
But even the women sometimes they get a little aggressive, and it's actually kind of weird. Someone comes up to you and says, "Buy me a beer." It's like, wait a minute, shouldn't I offer that up to you?
Yes. What happened to the
Yeah.
class?
What happened to the challenge?
What happened to the self-respect?
What happened to let's go dance first, and then
Like, yeah, let me get you thirsty, and then I'll probably buy you a beer.
I'll buy you a shot. I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you whatever the hell you want.
And it's not that I'm cheap, but could you imagine seeing a person for the first time? She's
Yeah.
somewhat pretty,
Yeah.
and the first words out of her mouth is,
You want to buy me a beer?
buy me a beer. Man, like
Now,
you,
what would happen if you bought her a beer? You know what's going to happen.
thank you, and walks away or
She's
something?
gone. She's gone.
Yeah.
She's gone.
It's, oh my goodness.
Is it worth it?
Absolutely not. You know
I
how
mean-
much I work to get the little that I have, and for me to, because this girl, if that's the case, I have a request of my own. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna cost you much. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to put your hands in your purse. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, is that what it is today?
Hey, listen, I don't know what the hell. I haven't been in the game in 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to, and it's funny, we were talking about earlier about posting on TikTok, right?
Yes.
And both of us are posting vulnerable things, right?
Yeah.
We're posting about our feelings, our emotions, and we're going to talk about that on this show over time. And we hope that this is just a pilot, that we're doing. We're testing it out, see how it works. Think it's going to be great. But eventually, we want to figure some stuff out. And one of the things I'm trying to figure out is, how do you meet a woman in this day and age without getting trampled by the bullshit? I just threw some poker chips down.
Mhm.
Some metaphorical. We'll get some poker chips eventually. For every time,
Mhm.
every time we curse or we say something inappropriate, we're gonna throw some chips in there, to keep us honest. But there's a lot of catfishing online. There's a lot of women that are not women, and then there's women that are women that, quite honestly, they, like you said, it's almost like the equivalent of buy me a beer. It's like, it's very aggressive and very. Do I sound like a boomer when I say this?
I don't know. Could we say unladylike? Are we allowed to say that?
Go on.
Yeah, because I think that's very unladylike. Like,
Describe lady.
man,
What does
wo-
that mean for you?
a woman that gives herself her respect, that is, dresses nice, smells good, takes pride in her appearance, is well spoken, intellectual. Now, granted, that there's, well, yeah, no, that to me, that's a lady. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of woman that attracts me. Someone that's smart, that takes pride in her appearance. Um, a woman that comes up to me, and she got her boobs out, her
Yeah.
butt out, just showing off her body.
Does she have a
all
friend?
this make it's like, that doesn't call my attention. She's trying to get all the attention. Obviously, she went out of her way to,
She got your attention.
but not the kind of attention she thinks she
Right.
wants.
Right.
Yeah, I look and I'm like, oh, you know,
Now what?
I'm like, I'm like, I'm ignoring her. Is not what I'm looking for. This,
Let me ask you a question though. You got to be real.
gotta be real.
Would the 25-year-old Frankie have bought her a beer?
The 25-year-old Frankie was a whore. The 20-year-old Frankie,
Here's some applause.
man.
Yeah, kid.
Since high school through, well, goodness, even through my 30s, I always had minimum 3 girlfriends.
Yeah.
And it was good because this is pre-cell phone.
Pre-cell phone.
All you had was a beeper.
Or as Michael Irvin would say, when it was fun.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
remember, he's like, when he said cell phones ruined everything.
Yes.
Michael Irvin of the Cowboys. For those who don't know, I mean, the stories that guy's got.
Yeah.
Holy.
Back in the days, in the early 90s, you had a beeper. And if somebody pays you, you got to have a roll of quarter in your pocket.
Yes.
And go to a payphone.
A payphone.
And put in your quarter and
That's so funny.
call whoever's calling you.
And then depending on what they used to beep, like the code
Yeah.
would mean like it was
Yeah.
pick me up or call me, whatever.
Well, actually, like to each girl, I gave them a code. It's like you put your number *55, so that way I know it's you. And she'd be like, "Oh, why 55?" Because you 5 stars twice, baby. I don't know what to tell you. But it was like that.
Smooth.
It's depending where they lived. I lived in the Bronx, so thankfully in the Bronx is one of the very few cities, sadly, that have the streets are numbered. So it's like you could go all the way up to like 230th Street, which is near Riverdale.
Okay.
And you could go all the way down to 138th Street. So depending where you lived, you associate that street number to the code that the girl's gonna get. So it's like, okay, you get this number, boom, star 167. It's like, okay, that's
the
Jen
girl
from
from
167.
That's great.
And that's so Frankie at 25, and not to mention beers at the time was like maybe $2. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna show up. I got paid.
Yeah. So it's
Drinks for all the girls.
it was different, and back then it was like all the way to I was 33. That's when I met my wife, and that's when the game changed for me.
Is that where did the game change, or was the game over?
Game was over. The game was over, my friend. I met.
He peaced out.
Yeah. I retired. I was like, that's it. That's it. I met the one, and
well, guess what, MJ?
Hmm.
You're back.
I am back.
You're back in
but
the
I don't
game.
want to be back, man. I was comfortable where I was at. Why the fuck I gotta be here? You know what I'm saying? But I
You're
guess
back.
that's the way it is.
You're
know?
back. You gotta hit some J's. Leave the arm up. Gotta leave the arm up. It's a different world in this age.
It is.
You know.
It really is.
You know, we have these thoughts, we have these ideas, but then it's like trying to communicate with people, trying to, you know, there's people online. If it's not, listen, this is going to be a boomer rant. Here we go. I'll do the close up. It's boomer rant. TikTok is just people trying to make money, trying to show off their hoo-has, trying to get attention. It's not usually a good place to meet people and kind of, but every now and again, you meet somebody and it's like, damn, I met you online. You're worth it.
Oh my goodness, could you imagine, dude? Like you just said, TikTok. I'm not gonna front. I go on TikTok. You know, these incredible looking girls are there, and they have Instagram and other platforms. And I'm like, oh, well, let me check it out. Boom, and then they have a link tree thing. You know, click on that. Oh, look, she got OnlyFans. And
that's a new buy me a beer.
Oh my Christ! And I'm like, dude, I'm.
Now what?
Why? It's like, man, you had so much potential, man. It's
now
this
what?
Really, but you know, it is a very lucrative business. Apparently, they have they make serious money.
It is.
And you know, will you show your balls if you was to make $5,000 a month?
Which one? Both? I'd have to give up both. Oh my God!
I don't know. It's a very interesting question. It's you know, would you make a OnlyFans and have the potential of making, let's say, $2,000 a week, just by posting 2 videos a day of 10 minutes each? But you're gonna have to let go all of your what do you call self-respect? I don't want to say self-respect because
I think that might be the word.
I don't think that's the right word, because technically it's a job, though you are lowering yourself to the lowest common denominator, but it's also achieving a goal of like, hey, I make this much money now. Now I have a down payment for a house. Yeah, I did all this, and I wasn't crazy about it, but it pushed me to where I wanted to go a lot faster than the next 10 years I would have to work in corporate. So you see, it's.
But what are you gonna give up? You know, like, because I have a daughter who's 10.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, come on, I'm not you. You know, like, come on, I'm not. You know, the Puerto Rican Adonis, but Dominican. I keep calling you Puerto Rican. I'm sorry.
I got a Puerto Rican face. Everybody thinks I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh my God!
So I speak Spanish, and it was like, oh no, he's Dominican.
The Dominican Adonis, the DA. I'm the J. I'm the junior Adonis. But you make a great point, and what a great place to start here in the G Talk. Let's be real. What a great natural. We have all this stuff. I have all this stuff planned, and at the end of the day, the simplest thing. Would I go if I was confident enough in what I could offer? In other words, I don't think there's anything worse than trying to go on OnlyFans. You put yourself out there and you get nothing. And now you've put yourself out there. And now people are, you know, they see your junk and you're like, I didn't make a damn thing off of this.
Well, I believe they they pay for a subscription. So you when you register, you pay whatever their monthly fee is, and then you get access to their pictures and videos.
So that you would have to pay.
Right.
Huh.
And no, I never paid for OnlyFans.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Sorry, Google,
wait a minute.
Google has.
How do you know this? How do you know this?
Well, there was a couple of girls that was just smoking high when I clicked on their link tree.
We got you.
I saw the OF sign that you click on, and it goes to their page, and it says subscribe for X amounts.
You ready? All right, I got an idea. Let's get frank. Let's see. You got to be honest, kid. You ready? Let's say you meet. You're talking to. You don't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even realize. You're speaking to a girl,
Mm-hmm.
a woman. I'm sorry, a lady. You're talking. You're doing your thing. And she goes, "Hey, OnlyFans. Are you going down that with her? She ain't doing stuff with guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's not on there. I got to keep this as clean as possible. Where's my poker chips? It's just her,
Mm-hmm.
but she's out there. In other words, she's got thousands of fans. She's making bank. Like, throw a number. What would be a number that you think would be making bank on OnlyFans
Well, you see,
for anybody?
I've seen OnlyFans as low as $3.99 a month.
So $4.
So $4.
Okay.
Those are the ones that nobody wants to subscribe to.
That's the sea level.
That's
sea level.
You know,
below sea level.
yeah, that's like the Temu of OnlyFans, you know. But there's
oh, Frank.
This one girl in particular that I follow on Instagram, and I won't say her name because I don't want to embarrass her. Even though she is on OnlyFans, she has millions of subscribers in her Instagram and her TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And according to her OnlyFans, she's a top 1%
Whoa.
of this. Dude,
What do you think she makes?
I believe her subscription is $20 a month.
$20 a month.
And if she has...
What?
She has, I think, 1.2 million followers.
Oh, come on.
So you figure 1% of that would be, what,
Bro.
10,000?
Holy, I mean...
1% would be 10,000 times 20. So she'll be making 200,000 a month in just her content. And let me...
Come on.
Wow. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but she's also a fitness instructor.
So a legit, I hate, but a legit work.
A fitness instructor. She also does art, beautiful art. But the thing is, she works out so much. She has such an amazing body and such a pretty face and a goofy personality.
Okay.
Nice long blonde hair, and she has an English accent.
Can you send me her link? I'm joking.
After the show, I'll send it to you. But I
So you would date her?
I
That's
see
the
that
question. Would you date her?
I see she treats it as a business. She's young, and if she's gonna do this, let's say for the next 3 years, making $200,000 a month, for the next 3 years, you're talking millions of dollars. And after that, she'll be 30
Sugar mama.
30 something. She retires with $8 million in the bank. And now you just buy some real estate, Airbnb it, and have steady income. And
but can you live with that though, Frank? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
You see,
because that doesn't go away, brother. That's gonna be on the dark web.
Yeah,
that shit is gonna be everywhere. Now, can I say that you have a kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Your son gets a little older.
Yeah.
Finds her.
Yeah, like
online.
Dad, I like you. I like your new girlfriend. She's awesome. She's so nice.
Yeah, she's also OnlyFans.
And then he gets to high school or college and say, "Is that my stepmom?"
Whoa, can you deal with that? Because it's not, Frank. It's not porn.
And it's
Well, I say it's not. Do you consider it to be the P word? I shouldn't even say it 5 minutes. People, if we ever post this, YouTube's going to be like, would you consider it the same thing as the P word?
pictures. You really can't because it could also be labeled as art. Pictures.
Could be. Depends what she does.
P word is sexual acts.
Yes.
So if you're there, no, but you see, I'm not that I'm jealous or anything, but I have the need to protect my woman.
Okay.
I'm old school like that, and
Your lady, yeah.
She has 1 million plus people following her. She's easily recognizable. If I see her anywhere, I will stop what I'm doing.
It's like Taylor Swift of OnlyFans.
I don't know if we'll go that far. Okay, Taylor Swift is like up here. Everybody else is like way down here.
Bad example, but you know what I mean. Like recognizable, right?
Yeah, I would recognize her, and I would stop to say hello, say, hey, I'm just a fan. I love your pictures, and I would not disrespect her in any way, obviously.
But will you take her into your life and make her a thing, knowing all of that? Or is this a new day and age?
Her accent may just get me.
The British.
She has a beautiful accent
Frankie.
from London, and she speaks like this.
Frankie.
And I'm like,
hey, Frankie, you want to get the Lamborghini?
She one day she said, she was saying something. She said, yeah, and I don't know why this happened. This bloody piece of shit don't work. It's like cracking up.
You're like, you're cute.
Oh my God, it's things
how
like
do
that
I sign
to
up?
me. Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. I think a lot of men will say yes. They'll look at her and it's like, you know what, it's a business and it's
easy, right?
lucrative, it's productive. You are treating this as a business. You're not treating it as this is your career,
right?
It's
not forever.
You're not gonna look like that forever. But you do have a great personality. You do treat me very well. We get along great. We have great chemistry. And you basically have all the qualities that I'm looking for. But this little thing is messing it up. But you're looking at this little thing. Let's take 5 steps back and look at the whole picture. Now what? That's an interesting question. Let's take a caller over here. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a caller.
Yeah.
I think
ready. Here if I can do it.
Yeah. Hey. This is Pat from Kansas City. Yeah. My wife Brittany has a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, Brittany.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna say it because she don't want to get on. Yeah, she don't want to get on this thing about.
Wait, Brittany Smalls?
No, not quite. She's my homie. Wink, wink. Yeah. Love your show, by the way. Hey, Travis, where's Tay Tay? Do you think that if your girl did OnlyFans and could be like, your sugar mama, but she wanted to keep the sugar going? Can you do that for a long time? Thanks. Good job, guys.
Thanks, Mr. Mahomes. I mean, Mahomie. So that was Pat from Kansas City asking a very valid question.
That is a great question, and
would you do it?
You
got me thinking.
I don't think I can. Sorry, I don't. I'm old school, and I know there's a lot of guys that say, "Look, that's your job. You're making money. You're sleeping with me at the end. You're not sleeping with them." I get that mentality, but my mentality is like, "No, babe. When you're with me, you're mine and mine only,
right.
And that's it. After when you did what you did before, that's in the past. Our future is just us, and you're only mine, and that's that."
So let me clarify something then, because this is interesting. In the day and age of, let's be real, women's empowerment, right? Women, and I'm for it, however you want to do it, right? You want to go out there and shake your booty, and I'm not trying to diss it or whatever, but then by all means, there's a famous quote by someone who I've come to know and appreciate. Her name's Billie Jean King, the tennis player. She's much older now. She's retired. And she talks about money, power, freedom. That in order to get anywhere in life and get what you want, you need some money that gets you some power, And then when you have enough power that you think you can do something with, it leads to freedom, the freedom to do whatever you want. Our boy Donald Trump, and I say that facetiously, not your boy, not my boy. It's our president soon. Or even Elon Musk. They got money. They sure as hell have power. And, well, they've got freedom, right? Well, what if a woman has that, but do you hold it against her how she got the power or the freedom? You know what I mean? Does it matter? Or and to your point, as long as it stops, right? It stops here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you deal with her past? Because that's kind of what I'm building towards, a past.
Yeah, any woman you date today has a past.
Like that?
You may have a woman that, well, shit, apparently 20% at least now.
Is that what it is?
I'm guessing.
A lot of soccer moms,
I don't have any factual statistics. I didn't do any research.
I'm sure we can look it up.
I'm sure we can.
You know what? Hold on.
You know,
I'm going to look it up right now.
If that's their
Keep
past,
talking.
and you know they got their own house, they got 3 investment properties, they got a sports car and a truck, and they invested their money well, and they have a secured future. I mean, it's like, hey, you did it right, and you did it at a young age that you can enjoy life.
Are you ready? I got some numbers.
Oh, you got the numbers.
I got some numbers. This is interesting. This is 2023. You ready?
Okay.
This is interesting. What percentage of girls have an OnlyFans account? It's like 0.013. But it says, according to the site, 70% of creators are, you know what? I could do this up. 70, I'm looking right here. I got it on screen. What percentage of women are on OnlyFans? 70% of creators are women. Doesn't shock me, right?
Mm-hmm.
30% are men, which obviously, I guess they're lumping the beautiful babies in there. I consider beautiful
gay dudes.
Yeah, whatever.
The gay dudes.
The Transformers, whatever. So they're lumping them one way or the other. 1.4 million women on OnlyFans.
In the States or worldwide?
America.
In America, 1.4.
That's a lot.
I mean, that is a lot.
Frank, that's a lot. And then it's 600,000 men. Leave that aside. Adults aged 18 to 45. How about you ready? Top earners. Let's go.
If her name comes up there, will
that
would be the one to say.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Ready? Top earners on OnlyFans. Google knows. Google knows. It finished it for me. Top earners on OnlyFans.
I hope that doesn't mess up your search engine.
It probably will complement it. Top 15. Here we go. Top earners. Oh, dude. Oh my God. I mean, hold on. Let me put this on the screen. Bod Bobby. 1.48
1.48 what?
million
Subscribers?
No. Monthly earnings. Bro.
Wow.
Monthly, not yearly.
So that's
right?
like 15 million a year.
Oh, yeah. Can you deal with that? She's at $23.99 a month. Next one, they're all women. Oh, Amber Rose.
Really?
She's number 3.
Amber
Four. She's 1.122.
A month?
A month.
Amber Rose?
Can you believe they're posting this as a monthly earners? Top month. Amber Rose, 1.1. And not to mention whatever else she's got going on. I don't even know who she is.
Amber Rose,
who is she?
That's the black bull chick with a tattoo across her forehead.
She's got short hair in the picture.
Yeah, little blonde. She's a black girl.
Oh
and,
my
and,
God.
I mean, she has. I mean, her body is thick all over the place.
Here, let me go.
But it's. I would
Right
never have guessed that.
And then you got whatever. You got some other
Well, I mean, some
Megan
guys-
Barton Hansen or whatever the hell.
No, the one I'm looking for, Fit Coach, is in her name.
Fake? No, it's not. She's not here.
Okay.
She's not here. You're good. You're good. Well, are you good? Maybe if she was there. Hey.
No, dude.
Hey.
You know, I cannot believe these
That's
are.
a lot of money, bro.
That is a lot of money.
What do you?
That is serious money, dude. That is.
What are they doing?
That's 300,000 a week,
I mean, we could do it per second.
dude.
It gets ridiculous.
Yeah, well, 300 per week. Divide that by 7. I don't got a freaking calculator. I'm not gonna get it either. But that is serious money.
That is some serious cash. But listen, I'm going to represent here, and you know, my ladies, good for you. You built an empire, right? You've built something that's making money.
Yeah.
You, like, we went back to the Billie Jean King thing, BJK, money, power, freedom. That's some power, is it not?
Yeah.
That's some power. They have the freedom to do, unless, listen, I had a thought the other day. You know, usually bad things start with thoughts for men. And I was thinking about Taylor Swift, of all people. And I said to myself, she makes a lot of money. I saw another thing about her at Target. When you walk into Target, there's a big-ass display of her tour book or some nonsense.
A tour book?
Like, it's a book, a big hardcover book. I guess this is a positive thing. She's selling books, these big kind of like
Okay.
hardcover books with pictures, beautiful photos.
Okay,
in
so
them.
it's probably from her tour. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she went to Chicago, whatever, and it's
Yeah,
beautiful tour photos, right? And it tells the story of her tour. Right when you walk into Target, there it is, right? I saw a guy on
When did that book come out? Because I'm just hearing about this
year.
now.
This year, I guess. And she had some sort of a movie, a tour movie where they all went crazy. And the reason I bring this up is very simple. She makes a lot of money.
Mhm.
She probably, this is nothing to her, you know, when she's making money off the tour, you're talking about millions of dollars. I mean, she very graciously, I found out, it was public. I don't think she wanted it to be public, but of course, she tipped out, I think, 400 of her crew, hundreds of thousands of dollars each for a thank you for, you know, lugging her tour around the world.
I think the total number was about 40 million.
It was like $40 million. It was something ridiculous in a good way.
Yeah.
Right. That's power.
Mhm.
Right.
And every show, every city that she visits, she donates like
Dude,
$1 million to
amazing.
the food bank.
Amazing, right?
I think when she was in London, she donated like, I don't remember exactly, so don't take my word for it, but it was said that she donated more in that one tour to the food bank than the own country did in 4 years.
I mean, that's incredible, right?
And that I remember because I was like, wow, really? You don't take care of your own? You need an American to go over there and make that? But that's her. That's she likes to give back, you know?
Right.
So that's you know, awesome.
But do you think she's got true freedom, though? She's got the money.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the power. But now she's kind of locked up in this bubble, is she not? She's kind of in a bubble where now do you know she spends $3 million a year? So in other words, 2 months worth of Bobby on security. On security.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a tough life, is it not?
It is very tough. Okay, so number one, like, everybody loves her. I am a big...
She's great.
I love her. I love her music. I love her personality.
Yeah.
I think she's adorable. She looks adorable. She's
beautiful.
Very cute.
Not my type, but she's beautiful.
You know, with her silly faces, like
Yeah.
she's like a regular girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you reach that level of freedom, you do need security, just like any other artist that I really can't think of any right now because I don't know anybody.
Well, let me ask you a question. The same way, because I don't think she has freedom.
It's difficult because she needs security 24/7. There's a lot of cycles out there that, you know,
Right.
They get obsessed. You know, you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, an obsessive fan, and
It's scary.
it is very scary. Like, for example, Big Bad Bob, whatever her name
Yeah.
is. I don't know who she is. I could see her in the street and I wouldn't recognize
Right.
her.
But what if someone did?
Well, I don't know. You know,
She might need security.
It's possible. It's possible that she has a few security guys. I mean, if she's making that much money
Yeah.
for $24 a month to make $1 million plus in a month, what's that? You need about 500,000 subscribers.
She's got it.
Yeah.
But again, do they have freedom? Because I don't think Taylor Swift has freedom like you and I have freedom.
Yeah, no, and so a lot of people don't. Like for example, Patrick Mahomes doesn't have that type of freedom. He needs to roll around with security.
Right.
You know, a lot of politicians need security.
AOC needs security.
Yeah,
right?
especially her, because you know she makes a lot of noise and
Yeah.
you know good noise in my opinion.
Yeah. We'll talk about government eventually. Yeah.
But
She's also
you know,
pretty damn cute.
oh my gosh, she's horrible.
I mean, she I mean,
and
come on.
My
Hey.
weakness, my weakness for
Hey.
women is I love smart women. It is nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing more arousing to me than
Yeah.
to have an intellectual conversation with
Yes.
a woman that could hold her conversation, makes her point, make sure that the point gets across. And if you don't understand, she's going to explain it in a different way so you understand.
Oh, she's gonna make you understand.
Oh my God, I love that,
Yeah,
man. That's my
yeah.
favorite.
But at the end of the day, though, like with money, I'm looking at these. I mean, for God's sake, Liliana Jasmine, like I don't know, 982. She's underperforming. She's below $1 million a month. How dare you? How dare you be under $1 million? You got to work harder. Mom's got to work harder. But my point is, I don't think Taylor Swift has the freedom that, I mean, she's stuck to doing all that, the touring and the music. She's stuck where she can't go out in the town and go to a Starbucks and chat with her friends for 2 hours like we do, or 3 hours, whatever. She's going to have security.
Yeah.
They're going to close down the damn place, right?
Well,
I don't think she's got freedom.
Well, the same like with Beyonce, with Pink, with what's this girl's name? I forgot her name. Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh yeah, she's big time now.
You know, like all these artists is all the same with them. They need 24/7 security because the life they live is a exposure at the front level.
Yeah.
The biggest in their industry.
Mm-hmm.
And is they're recognizable anywhere. Jay-Z needs
Jay-Z,
security
yeah.
24/7.
I think he's using Beyonce's security. Come on. I think she's bigger.
Well, no, I mean you rolling with Beyonce and you Jay-Z. Yeah, I want at least a team of 12. Around us, and all of y'all better be armed.
But let me ask you this, because this is kind of a I didn't plan us to go down this road, but this is awesome.
We go. That's a G talk. We go talk and we keep
I
going,
like it. I like it, man. I like it. But is it worth it? Like what's going on with these young ladies here? And I'm pointing to my screen over here. I'll put it on the screen here. Here you go. I wish I could make this bigger. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? There it is. Okay. Okay, get out of here. I don't want to continue as myself. Bobby, 1.48 million. You got to think she needs security, especially if she's doing stuff like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I do believe they need security because they're very provocative on camera, and it gives you the illusion that she will be willing to do something that she's performing if you see her meter and you're a subscriber. I mean, there's guys like that, and it's possible. Yeah, she may need security.
But would she buy you a beer?
She fucking better buy me a beer. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, no, babe, I want a whiskey. You know what I'm saying? 21-year-old whiskey.
Not repping, but if you're buying, boom,
yeah,
top shelf. Let's go. That's funny.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day,
it's crazy.
If that's what you did to make your money, we get along. We're getting along great. We are planning a future.
Sure.
It's like whatever life you had before me is your past. What matters is our future. Like I have a past, and regardless of what you did, my past is not all that great. I like I said, I was a bit of a whore from
You're no OnlyFans too?
Well, no, if that existed back then, though,
Would you do it
I don't know. You know, funny
before
question.
kids?
If the money was that I'm making $1 million a week,
Sure.
absolutely.
What if
And
it's
I know
$100,000 a month? Let's say.
$100,000 a month. That's 25 a week. Yeah.
What do you think? 20? Yeah, 25 a week. I mean, even after taxes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but
Dude, I remember this. There was a friend of mine, and he worked at this gay club downtown in New York, and he said that he will make on average $2,200 a night
dancing.
dancing. He's straight. He's a straight man dancing at a gay bar, making approximately between 18 and 2,200.
Making
a
straight
night.
cash.
And cash money.
Ooh.
You don't pay. You don't pay taxes on that.
You know, women do that stuff all the time. You know, it's almost like accepted that a woman could kind of do her thing for other women. But when men, because I've heard that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's men that do that. They're like, I'm not, keeping it kind of low key here. I don't want to use the wrong words, but they're not bending over for them, right? They're just making a performance. No different than going out to the club and someone's dancing with you. It's not like you're in bed,
Well,
right?
actually, in this particular club, there is no touching unless it's welcomed.
Okay, so like a regular.
So it's but you do have to earn your tips,
Right.
which means you're gonna have to
Do your sit-ups.
get gayish. You know what I'm saying? It's
Bad
like,
Bobby gayish?
Uh,
1.4 million gayish?
oh man,
It's a lot of gay. That's a lot
can't.
of gay.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't do it. I love the vagina, and I just can't do. I can't do it. I have nothing against gay guys. You know what I'm saying? It's
No,
like,
hey. Do your thing.
If you're happy, great. As long as you're not hurting anybody,
Yep.
that's all that matters.
I agree.
I'm sure you didn't choose to be gay either. You are what you are.
It's not a choice.
So, I have no problem with it. But if I gotta be so provocative to another man, to earn $1,200 a night, there's not enough alcohol for me to even consider. And it's funny because I have a
Can't
cousin.
do it.
I have a cousin. And he said, dude, with your body, you better get your fucking ass over there and get that money. I'm like, yo, you ain't my pimp. You fucking crazy? Like, who you talking to, yo? Like, and it's like, no, I can't do it. And because he was telling me, he was like, dude, it's easy money. You go in, you work like 5 hours.
Is it easy money? I mean, it's
technically, you dance 45 minutes out of the hour. And when you leave, you're leaving with both pockets full, totaling anywhere between, 800, 1,200, 1,500.
It's a lot of money.
1,800. And it says, the more provocative you are, the more they tip. And he said the most he made one night was almost $5,000 in one night.
Oh my God.
And
That's a lot of gay.
I didn't want to ask what he did. I was like, all right, you could put a down payment to a car now. Great, good for you.
Drive to Vegas and leave your
You know what I'm
sins
saying?
in Vegas.
It's like after that though, like, do you immediately look for your girlfriend? Because I need to, you know what I'm saying?
What a great point. Like, you have to get
I gotta get my man back.
you gotta get the man back on. It's like, my lady, it's like, you smell like man. Well, isn't that the point, bro? I smell like man. Here's $1,000. Go get a purse.
Now, okay, so we spoke about OnlyFans and their past and dancing gay and making money. So
We're checking off all the boxes.
we're checking off all the boxes here, and it all is all leading down to money.
It's all money.
It's all money.
That's where I was getting at. Is it worth the money? Because remember, money, power, freedom. You think you've got money, got a little power, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to go to work in the morning. You don't have to wake up early. You don't have to, I'm sure Barbie is, I'm saying that wrong probably. She's probably broadcasting it. It's not at 4 a.m, right? She's doing it whenever she wants.
Mhm.
It's probably no different than anything else. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it, right? And I'm sure she's got to be having fun, right? But at some point in time, you just made a great point. It's about the money. And is it worth it? What is she selling? Is she selling herself or is she selling her soul? Because is she going to be able to deal with that stuff
Well, man,
when it's over?
It's an interesting point. I mean, making that amount of money. Okay, and let's say most of your fan base is in the States. You could move anywhere you want, and
There's your power.
Yeah,
There's your power.
you could go to. I don't know if it was me. I'll go somewhere a little bit warm. I'll go to Belize, for example.
Okay.
In South
Australia?
America. Or Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you probably will not be recognized there.
Nope.
Hopefully not. And you buy a house straight up cash. You get everything you want, and if you want to do a little investments, whatever, you got millions in the bank.
Yeah.
And you're 30, 32, 33. It's
There's your
like,
freedom.
you're good.
There's your
But the
freedom.
thing is, if you got siblings, if you have a mother, you can't leave everybody behind.
No.
That's my thing.
But you have to think about, what are you selling?
Well, and another interesting thing. Now that I just said family, like if I will kill my sister if she tried something like that. I will
Double standard then, right?
I would no. It's like absolutely. But then she could easily tell me, Frank, I made $80,000 last week, and if I keep going this way, by next year, I could buy my house in Dominican Republic, retire, and never have to work again.
Is it worth it? You going to support her?
Frank is a business. Yeah, I'm showing a little bit of skin, and I may be compromising my morals, but
Right.
is my end game, my goals.
So as long as there's a goal involved, you're cool with that.
Man,
There's no right or wrong answer
I
here.
know. The thing is that are you cool with that? The thing is that I could see it. I could see my sister. I know my sister very well, and I could see her selling me. She wouldn't do it ever.
Right.
But I could see her selling me. It's like, no, it's a job, and I get paid very well for what I do. And yeah, it's a little. I'm not gonna say it's embarrassing because it's a job, just like any other job. Are you embarrassed flipping burgers at McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? I would be.
I guess.
No offense to anybody who works in
Right.
McDonald's.
No,
That's hard
no,
work,
no.
and
Yeah.
I visit you guys a lot.
We learned, if there's one thing we learned from COVID, is what an essential worker really is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the people that are making the money, right? The people that are, the big bucks, the bankers, the, whatevers, they didn't go to work in COVID. I mean, they worked it from home, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to preach here, but the truck drivers, hey, the tellers at the bank. We were when I worked at the bank, we had to go in for COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had the doors closed and everything. That was a whole other thing. The reason why I bring this up, though, is that's probably when a number of people were staying home and said, hey, let's go to OnlyFans and create a business, right? Here's my take on it, if I may, for a second. I would never want to go up to any woman, whether I knew her or not, whether or not I was dating her or not, and say, you can't do that, right? I'm going to take away that income from you and say that you're not even going to get the power and freedom doing that. Forget you. Because how is she going to look at me and say, you're telling me what to do? Bro, step aside. Like, what is it, Doja Cat? Walk on by, right? You got to move. I got to do my thing. I'm motivated, right? I've got a dream of buying my own house. COVID happened. I lost my job. I'm doing what I need to do, right? That's great. But at the end of the day, I go back to, what are you selling? Because that stuff, if I go to church, someone's going to recognize you.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm at the hanging out with some peeps or whatever, and they're like, oh, that's your girl. Oh, interesting.
Yo, I've freaking subscribed.
Yeah,
Subscribed for a year.
she's like, oh, it's JA3369 from. Oh, it's like, oh, here, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, and
Now
and
what?
you see, you gotta. I guess this is one of those things that you gotta take a piece of paper, put the pros and cons, and I think
Money.
the pros will outweigh the cons by a lot, by a lot.
You hope.
I think so, because the cons is you know, you're not sacrificing your respect.
Are you
Because
though?
no, I don't think so. Not your respect. You know what I'm saying? Because you could hold your respect in the street. It's like, no, that's my job. That's what I do as a performer, as a
Okay.
character.
It's a good point. That's a
but I-
mature way of looking at it.
Yeah, but you kind of abandoning your morals because
Okay, go on.
a man, when he has a woman, the most protective that thing that what he protects the most is the woman's body, her
Right.
image.
Yep.
It's like a man will kill if another man saw his woman naked,
Sure.
and she does that as a job. So now, I mean, you could you subscribe, you see the pictures and the videos. You could probably download the videos or record it from somewhere else, have it good quality, have it forever. And
Right.
I mean, everything is copywritten, but that wouldn't stop anybody
Oh,
from.
it could be traded all over the dark web.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
So that's the balance, and this is when I say that the pros will outweigh the cons, because
Right.
it's like, okay, yeah, you abandon your morals. Okay, so that's in the cons, but you have your respect because you demand respect wherever you go.
The
you
way
cle-
she treats herself or,
Right.
or conducts herself, I guess. is-
right, that in the street is like, like, no, this is just me. What I do over there, I'm in character. Okay, this is what you guys are buying is me in character, and yeah, I show off my body, but my character is showing off the body.
Right.
And that's a stupid way to look at it, but in a
I don't
way,
think so.
it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. She's a performer. She's not
Yeah.
going back to Taylor Swift. Not to, my lady. Not comparing you to, but it's a performance, is it not?
Yeah,
People are paying money.
yeah,
They pay more money for Taylor Swift than they do for Bad Barbie.
yeah.
You know what I mean? $23.99 for Taylor Swift would be a bargain.
Well, that's the seat price. It's actually $2,399.
I mean, geez, like that's a bargain. But my point is this, and it's and this is a great conversation to have. I think one of the things we're going to be talking about is the modern man, right?
Mhm.
What does it mean to be a man in this society right now? And I don't want to get into the society life or what of that nonsense. I want to be real. We're going to be real. We're men. We're authentic, audacious, and accessible. The whole thing.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, we're the real deal. We're men, right? We're emotionally available. We talk about these types of things. You know what I'm saying? We talk about feelings and stuff.
Mhm.
But we're tough. We could be hard, and I mean in a like, we could be hard. We could be protectors and stuff. But we could be, vulnerable as well. But I still find myself to be a little bit old-fashioned when it comes to what we're talking about.
Yeah, you're in your late 40s.
I'm
And-
47. I'll say it.
Yeah, I'm 50. And
Looking
I
good,
am,
my man.
oh, thank you,
Looking
brother.
good.
Not you. You.
You.
You.
Here, ready? You.
10 points. What movie is that
hold-
from?
hold-
Anybody in the comments? 10 points. Where's that from?
Oh my God, I know the comment.
Wow, really? Really? You're doing the character? Okay, you need to analyze that and think
Old
about
school. Is it from old school?
it. No, analyze that and think about it.
Oh shit.
You can't analyze this little thing right here? You.
Oh,
You.
so bad. See, this is-
Analyze it.
let me know. Tell me. What is it from?
Analyze this.
Oh my God.
I'm
yes.
giving you all the clues, dude. Like everybody in the chat right now is like, wow, man, he's telling you.
I suck.
This is a game I play with my sister.
I
Every time
suck.
there's a song or a movie quote, 10 points if you could say the movie or the artist or whatever.
See, the problem with me, I start visualizing the actors and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
and
it's Rob De Niro with Billy
it's-
Crystal and
oh
Analyze.
my
It's one of
God.
my favorite movies, by the way.
A very smart movie too.
Yes, it was.
What year was that? Are we boomering the hell out of people? I think that was the late 90s, was it? When was that? Analyze
I
this.
don't recall.
Is that Jack Nicholson? No, who's
No, it was Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal.
Okay.
One of my all-time favorites.
Look
And
at you.
it's specifically because
Because
of
of
that. Because he says, my friend here, he's having anxiety attack, panic attacks. He's very powerful, and he wants to know what he could do about it. And Billy Crystal goes, Mr. Beanie, I believe the friend you're talking about is you. Everything goes, you. You got a gift, my friend.
That's right.
You know,
got a gift.
I was doing something over here, and you figured that out. That's why you are who you are. You are very good. You're very good. I wish I could do the face.
I'm gonna have to look it up. That's funny.
Yeah. So, what the fuck were we talking about?
Well, no. Let me bring it back. And actually, we're an hour in, which is great. This is wonderful. Talking about being a little bit old-fashioned when it comes to dealing with some of these things. Because listen, and thank you for anyone that's listening. I don't have any problem whatsoever a woman making more money than me. Do you?
No, of course not.
Is that ever an issue?
No. To me, when I was married, my wife and I were a team. We're a team, and it doesn't matter who makes more money. We are going to do what we got to do to make sure we provide for our kids, pay the bills, maintain our home, and that's what we're a team.
Who cares who brings it in?
Yeah. I cooked when I was at home. She's home late, and I get home earlier. I'll start cooking.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about putting a pizza in the oven. I'm gonna make some white rice with beans. I'm gonna make some pepper steak with onions. I'm gonna do a baked chicken with a salad on the side.
Ladies, y'all listening?
Yeah. What does that make me? Does that make me the woman? No, absolutely not. My wife.
Makes you. Yeah, you.
It makes me a team player of the team that I have in my home, in my relationship.
And I think that's example of being a modern Renaissance man, right?
Yeah, of course. It's like you get home first. She's not getting home for an hour. There's dishes in the sink. Hopefully not. But how are you just going to go home, take your shoes off, and wait for her to come home to clean the dishes and start cooking when you was home for an hour? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get with the team.
It's like you're not Superman over here. Help your wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'll appreciate it.
That's definitely a modern. I mean, how many people in your family, not to incriminate them, I know in my family, going back cousins and stuff, where it's like, oh, she cleans, she does that, I do the outside stuff and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and you know what? My uncles in DR, they're all like that, and the women are as well. The women actually take pride. My sister
take pride in that.
My sister's one of them. She will be offended if her husband served himself food.
You told me that.
Yeah, she would cry if he served himself food and she walks in the kitchen, he's eating and she didn't serve him.
Right.
She will cry.
So let me ask you a question on that before we go, because I have back to the other question. If the woman appreciates it and loves it, like that's her jam, and the guy's like, okay, that's you want to cook and clean and do the stuff. All right, I'll do my thing. Whatever. Is that sexist? Is that like? And I'm tired of the ixis word and the isms and all that nonsense. But let's be real. Is there anything wrong with that if both parties are doing it and they're cool with it?
I think if the woman says, no, I'm going to cook when I get home, let the woman cook when she gets home. She wants to do it to get satisfaction that she's feeding her family, she's feeding her man.
Well, you get satisfaction out of watching people. I was at your place, and you were cooking amazing shrimp tacos, which was I should have eaten 3 or 4 of them. And I'm watching the look on your face, and people are coming in and out, very, very low key. People are walking in and out of the kitchen, grabbing food and stuff. Really great atmosphere, great energy. And you had a little pride and a little pep to your step. You know, you're the man cooking and everything, and
Yeah.
you're taking pride in that, right?
I love cooking. I love to cook. Is therapeutic for me. Um, After I got divorced, I haven't cooked. When I made the tacos, I think that was the second time I cooked since I got divorced.
Well, kid. Well, then I was saying that you should open a damn taco truck. That's how good it was. I mean, but here, excuse me. Here's my point, though. You find a woman.
Mhm.
I'm gonna wrap this shit up together, right? Right
Okay.
here, the little poker chip. I'm gonna wrap all this shit together. You find a woman
Mhm.
that says, Frankie, I'm gonna cook.
Mhm.
I'll clean. I'll take care of all that stuff. But not before I go make my 1.4 million on OnlyFans, right? I got to go show my patootie to all the.
Nah, I mean, if
How you gonna feel about that? Now
if
she's
we're-
taking care of you money wise. She's taking care of
if
you.
we're together,
Like,
if we're together as a couple, nah, babe, you made your dough. We're good. You're mine, and when you're mine, you're mine. I'm not sure.
you're gonna cook for her.
No, she could cook if she wants. I'm just saying, you're not
Stop OnlyFans.
you're not gonna show your ass in OnlyFans. You did that. That's over.
That's funny.
If not, we're just talking, and we're just getting along. We're hanging out, and it's like, hey, I'm doing this, and you're gonna cook for me, and
Right.
whatever, and we're acting like we're dating or somewhat. Then I don't have the authority to set boundaries
Right.
to your life because you can't do that to mine. If we're in a committed relationship, then it's a little bit different.
Different
because,
story.
Yeah, exactly. I carry myself in a certain way, and I would like for my woman to carry herself in a certain way. Like a lady. Like I said, I like a lady. If we're dating, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Do you need me to hold the camera for something? And and I would hold the camera.
I'll get in there. I'll get up in there.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? For a small fee, I could join you in there.
Small fee.
And like, shit, you got $1 million? I'll take 1%. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? Unless we get more. No, I don't want to say. I almost say more viewers, and it's like, oh, so you can see my
Oh.
balls. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Throw the fucking. Oh,
Here,
I said
here's-
it again. Okay.
Here's a couple.
More chips. There you go.
There you
I
go.
guess I'm all in right now.
Um.
No pun intended with
Oh,
the
my God,
OnlyFans
you're all
scene.
in. You're all in. That's funny, man. What a twisted tale we just weaved here. But I'll wrap this up. I'd love to revisit this in the future. I'm sure there's plenty we could talk about. But I think one thing. Let me summarize what I heard from you. You don't mind a strong woman who knows what she
Of course not.
wants,
I
right?
love a strong woman.
You don't mind someone that could take care of you, right?
Of course not.
You don't mind a woman that makes her money. Maybe it's more than you, but she's not,
No, that's okay.
she's not stingy and keeping it to herself. She's willing to share.
That's okay.
right?
We both work, and that's
Right.
okay.
It's just what she does and what she's selling might be a little bit of an issue, right?
Well, it's again, if we're dating, that's okay, sweetheart. Do what you gotta do. That's okay. We're gonna be exclusive. That we're gonna build a future together. How about we keep dating until you're ready to let it go,
And then, yes.
and then maybe we can
Okay.
be more serious.
That's a compromise. I think that's a modern male thing to compromise. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's like number one, let's establish a few things. You are good at your job.
well,
And
1.4 million, you better be good
clearly,
at your
you're
job.
very good at your job, and why would you want to abandon your niche, the leader in your industry?
Right.
That's something you got to kind of protect.
Yeah.
But let's flip the script real quick. You fell in love with me because you see that I'm the kind of man that could complement your life, not with money, clearly.
Right.
But I fulfilled a part of you that makes you feel more like a woman.
Feel complete.
Yeah. Now, you know how I feel about what you do. are you willing to give that up so you could live the rest of your life with me?
Great question. Do you think though there's a double standard there still in this day and age we're talking about modern Renaissance men. We're talking about progress.
You can't knock a woman for doing her hustle. You can't knock that.
But we're not knocking her, but we're saying for us, but what if it was the other way around and you were doing it?
Well, the shit is, I think, look,
I mean, this is where we're going to get real.
You know, I was, like I said, I in my 20s, late teens, early 30s.
You could have done it.
It's anybody's replaceable.
Right.
Anybody could be replaced until you find that one.
But let's say she goes online, right? She goes here. She goes on here, and instead of Bobby, it's Frankie. Number one, 1.4 million. And you're talking to a girl, you really like her, and now you could provide for her, right? Put a roof over her head, get her all the food she wants, all the whatever to cook. And she's like, Frankie, I can't do it. You got to stop what you're doing.
I'll tell you this
now
right
what?
now, brother. I'll tell you this right now, brother, and I'll tell you with 100% sincerity.
Go for it.
If my wife, when I met her, when we got together, I was 33. If I met my wife and she says, look, I like you and everything, and because the connection we had was incredible, and she says, I like you and everything, but what you do for a living makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't know if I could date someone like you.
Now what?
I would say I'm making, what is it,
1.4 million a month.
A month. It's like, okay, babe, give me 3 months. Give me 3 months. No, honestly, because
okay.
You know,
okay.
with whatever money I made and I got another 3, it's like, yo, I could buy a house real quick. Most likely I'll have a house by then, depending how long I've been doing this. But it's like, give me 3 months just so I could secure this so we could be secured.
Okay.
You know, and we'll make a little investments here and there.
Little game plan.
Yeah, and then after that, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with it because.
But would she be done with that?
I'm telling him is a compromise. I'm asking you for 3 months because I just want to make sure that I could. At the end of 3 months, I'm gonna have $3.5 million. And
can I stop us for a second? Oh, that's a lot of money, bro.
You believe that shit?
Oh my God, I can't get over that.
That's on you.
I'm looking at this thing. I'm gonna put it on the screen again. Here, let me click on it. This is ridiculous. 1.489374. Got to get the $374 in there. Million per month.
Yeah, so technically, in
I mean,
3 months, that's
bro,
4.5.
But still, there's going to be some dudes that are going to be like, nah, nope, I'll subscribe, but you're going home. You're not staying here. But if it was the other way around, and I think you see that example in every day, still, I don't think we've outgrown that. I don't think as a society in America we've outgrown that. I think the men still have it's more acceptable for a man to be able to do that, for Frankie to be on that thing at 1.4, or for your cousin, friend, neighbor, whatever, to be dancing and shaking his ass for $2,200 on a stage. And listen, I believe in that. I believe fully you could be a dude and get kind of, pardon the phrase here, here's a poker chip. Get your rocks off without getting your rocks off for a minute. Like, it's like, I'm making money and they think I'm sexy. Look at me. Look at that. You know, like that's, at the end of the day, even if you're not gay, Frankie, you have to feel amazing after that. All that money, all that.
Yeah.
I mean, people love you.
The wrong people love me. Sorry, dude. And yeah, love is love, but it's like perfect example. I don't know if you've seen. I recently posted a a video on TikTok
Okay.
where I just took my shirt off. And
I think you've posted a few of those.
And I did a couple of poses. In 2 hours, I got like 80 friends requests.
You told me this. This is hilarious. Go on.
And it was all
Go for
men.
All men, right?
I was like, what the fuck? This is not what my intent was. I was hoping it was women.
Women.
I saw my inbox. It had like 130 something messages.
By the way, I've got on the screen "Master of the Universe." I can change that, but right now you are the master of the universe. To keep going,
dude,
keep going.
And look, man, I'm not all that. I'm 50 years old, and whatever. But
bro,
it was all men, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I think
here's some more poker chips.
I think it was like 2 women and like 80 something men in 2-3 hours, whatever it was.
Sausage
and
fest.
I was like, no. Like, and granted, whatever. It's like,
That's
you guys respect me. That's okay. You can like the pictures and comment whatever. Just don't disrespect me.
Right. Again, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, right? And let me qualify what they is. I'm not trying to they-ist, Pardon me. Hold on for a second.
Talking about gay dudes.
Talking about,
Gay dudes.
Beautiful babies. Anyone that there's men, there's women, and then there's everyone else. And I call them beautiful babies because at once you were a baby, you're still beautiful. I go back to beautiful babies. You're a beautiful baby. However,
there we go. In the G Talk, that's beautiful babies.
That's beautiful babies. All right, we got men, women, men, and beautiful babies somewhere, right? Somewhere in there. You're gonna do your thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in the way of that.
Yeah, no.
Don't cross the line.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, Frankie, don't swing that bat, right? You don't swing that bat.
No,
That's not your yeah. You could be lobbing some softballs, but Frankie ain't swinging that bat. But let me put a bow on this because we're at 1 hour 17, which is, dude.
Really? Already?
That
is crazy.
I mean, this is what we do. I didn't even get to any of the stuff here. I want to get to it real quick. I want to end this at one and a half.
So you think we're gonna get to that, dude? Because I still got questions about this freaking gay dancing thing.
All right, go for it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I saw
Go for it.
A buddy of mine. I believe he's gay. I know he's gay. He never came out to me or whatever. Nor does he have to. But at a bar where he works at, they had a bunch of male strippers. And the male strippers were dressed as Egyptians. So, I mean, they look really good. They have fantastic bodies. But the bottom part, their member was covered with part of the costume, but you could clearly see it was their freaking member.
It was there. I just did an air horn.
Okay. Did you press it twice? Exactly. And all the guys there was touching it. Everybody got to touch it. And this dude was, I mean, I can't compare it to, I don't know, but it was there. My shit will hide. And it's not that, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, this big ass thing, but my shit will hide like if I just jumped in a cold water and And it's like, there's no way I could do that. I'm like, my thing will disappear quicker than a hiccup.
So what are you saying about your friend?
Well, I mean, good for him. Like, you having fun,
Making
like,
money. Hey, can't hate.
And it's like, now gay dudes are not going to spend money if they can't see your junk, or at least see an outline of it or something. And I'm not even going to have an outline because my shit is going to be like, Frank, what the hell are you doing to me over here, bro? Like, you killing me. You kidding? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you turn to the bartender so I could get my fucking pulse back over here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. I don't think I can do it. I honestly don't think I can do it. But some people are desperate. And interesting conversation that we're having because it started off, I think, with just
we're gonna have to watch this shit again to see
how
we got here.
Because I started talking about, I forget what it was. It's just basically about women and basically the modern man and how whether or not we would accept something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I think we're both saying that we have a modern mentality to what women can be doing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with their, how they, you know, treat us, how they act on the street, whatever, off the street. You know, there's a song for that. But we're still old fashioned when it comes to the whole body thing and selling themselves. It's, I don't know if that'll ever, hey, it's the oldest profession, is it not? I mean, it's been in
Well,
the Bible.
Well, I don't know. I mean, back
Jesus was cool for it. Jesus was cool with Mary. He's like, hey, come on in.
yeah,
Want some wine?
but once they started shaving it was a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Manscaping? I don't think there's any manscaping back then.
Yeah, exactly. So, once you shave it, it's like, wow, now that looks pretty. You know what I'm saying? When it looks, you know, when it has a beard on it, it's like, okay, you know, whatever.
Oh boy, I don't think we'll ever get through the
but the twins on
censors.
top are always lovely, you know. But you know,
That's funny. Let me put that aside. We got about 8.
we got 8 minutes. Okay,
8 minutes. I want to cut this off. What a conversation.
I know, right?
Let's skip this for now.
Okay, yeah, that's for next week.
That's for next time.
Tune in.
Yeah, definitely tune in to what we got going on. So here, pick. Pick 1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, or 3. If I had the choice between 1, 2, and 3, I would choose 2.
All right, 2. That's
Yeah.
Fox News. We're
Oh
going.
shit! Can I change that?
Nope, because I did this on purpose. We're gonna go into Fox News channel.
Perfect.
Yeah, boy. What over time will here? Let me put it on the thing. Here we go. Fox News channel. We're gonna do some of the news real quick. We're gonna end on the news and talk about some stuff. And I think this will get people to understand what we're all about and how we.
Yeah, we could finish the show with government.
Yeah, we'll finish it with a little government. I think we got into, I don't know if we got into spirit, the God part, but God was listening to our guys and mostly girls thing. But this, let's talk about this. Michigan upset Ohio State. I'm not a big college guy, but it erupts in chaos as massive brawls break out. I think that was, let me see here. I think that was, yeah, a big deal today. Doesn't Michigan suck? And they beat them 13-10? Oops.
Ooh, was that the players?
Yeah.
Oh wow. You see, I don't follow college football, but
Look at them. They're fighting.
wow.
They're fighting.
Oh man, that'll ruin their chances of going pro.
Well, they're making their money, I guess. They're making their money. The name and likeness, the NIL, the freaking quarterback for Michigan, I think, or I don't know if he's playing now or he's coming in next year. $10 million.
Wait,
Frankie,
in the NFL
10
for the NFL,
No, at Michigan,
they get paid.
they get paid.
I didn't know that.
Frank,
I don't follow college ball. There's too many teams.
it's not just OnlyFans. These mother are getting paid now.
Well, Brandy Bandon will make that in
Your
freaking
badass
6
whatever.
months.
Bad ass Barbie. Yeah, these college players get paid now. There's a football game out now, a college football game,
I wasn't
NCAA
aware.
football, that has the players' names in it, name and likeness, and they get paid.
Wow, because there was a debate a few years ago that they sell the players' jerseys and the players didn't make any money out
Nothing.
of it.
They made nothing.
Yeah.
And the hope is to get to, because we're speaking about money, power, freedom. I think that's what this episode's all about.
I don't think they should get paid.
Listen, I'm conflicted, but at the end of the day, someone's getting paid. The school's making a crap ton of money off of this nonsense.
Well, maybe, that
A
could help
lot
pay
of
for
money.
their tuition. The tuition of the players.
$100,000.
I mean, even though that, they play it on TV, on ESPN and all these other sports channels, and that revenue generates millions and millions. I remember when I went to the sports bar when I lived in North Carolina, the sports bar were more packed on a Saturday afternoon than they were at the Super Bowl.
there's a certain mystique about college sports that so long as they're amateur, there's something beautiful about that.
Mhm.
About that, it's not. When I watch a college football game, and I kind of gave up on sports a while ago, and kind of my anxiety, I stopped betting, just kind of went away. But there's nothing like watching a college football game.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
the only football game I watched
There's
was,
something to it.
an Ohio State game, the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
And it was because I had a client that went to Ohio State, and he was telling me about this big game that was happening this weekend. And I watched that game just so I could get back to him and we could talk about it, trying to close the deal. But it was exciting to watch. These guys, they run fast,
They're
they
good.
play hard. Their plays are really, really nice. It was actually more exciting than watching an NFL game.
And you get the band and the crowd and
Yeah.
all that stuff, and it's becomes. Listen, I knew this is such a boomer rant. Oh my God, stop me now. I'm catching myself, but I'm going to say it anyway. You ready? When they built the new Texas Stadium or whatever, in Jerry's World in Dallas,
Which one? There's like
the-
20 Texas
the-
stadiums. Was it the Longhorns?
No. For the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, yes.
They call it Jerry's World.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful stadium.
114,000
Oh,
capacity.
it's something ridiculous, right? It's where the Dallas Cowboys play. It's
Yeah.
AT&T Stadium or some nonsense. And I remember, I think when the Giants and the Jets were building their stadium, right? Whatever
MetLife Stadium.
MetLife, right? They had this thing where the players walk out a tunnel,
Mhm.
and there's like bars around it, and then not bars, like actual. They're serving you drinks, and people are up there, and they're like, "Hey!" And then there's seats like right on the field. They commercialize the out of it,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, "Oh, here we go." And then now it's with a big screen. People are just looking at the screen. It's not the same as college football.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the second that an experience at an NFL game is so commercialized now.
Mhm.
It's so expensive. It's so commercialized. I see it on TikTok, people getting down to even at Yankee Stadium with the Legends seats. I
Yeah.
think I sat right the row behind the leather seats,
Mhm.
and that seat was incredible. I didn't, and my buddy's been under, underneath where they have the food and everything at
Mhm.
Yankee Stadium. You don't even need to go outside and watch the game. You could stay the whole time underneath, and you're eating lobster, sushi, prime rib.
Mhm.
You're eating. He said he ate his ass off. You talk about whiskey, top shelf everything. He must have had 5 whiskeys,
Mm.
and I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's pretty cool. But is that like going to a baseball game and getting the
No.
experience of a baseball game? You know what I'm
Dude,
saying? It
Look,
can't be.
I go to a lot of Yankee games since I was a kid, and I take my son, my older son. I used to take him when he was little. We used to go to one game a week, like almost his entire childhood.
The old Yankee Stadium.
The old Yankee Stadium, and I took him to the new Yankee Stadium as well. We always sat at section 203.
Where is that?
That is in the bleachers of right field.
Okay.
Section 203 is so special. It has its own T-shirt.
Is that where they do the
The roll call.
Yeah, the roll call.
Yes,
Okay.
section 203, Bleacher Creatures. That's
Yep.
what do the roll call. And I'll never forget when I saw it for the first time, and I didn't know what was happening. And they did not shut up until the player acknowledged them.
Yep. That's interesting.
I
Yep.
was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever
pretty cool.
seen. That is the
Yeah.
coolest thing. And then back then, once they did everybody, they'll point to the left, to the box seats, and they'll say, box seat sucks. Box seat sucks. And I learned in the new Yankee Stadium that they stopped doing that because they got complaints from the Yankee management that you're demeaning
Demeaning the
the
customer.
Yankee fans that paid more
Right.
to sit with their seating, and they were forced.
But Frank, they're right? Are they not right?
You know, I kind of get it. Yes, because it's like no, we're all here supporting our team. No, but we should not do that. But it was fun though. I'm not gonna front. It was fun.
It is funny though.
But yeah,
I think they're both right.
but I believe that the best experience in Yankee Stadium, just for Yankee Stadium, Section 203, doesn't matter which row, even in Section 202 that is right next door because you could join them. Section 201 is a little bit
To the
off,
side,
but you can still join them. That is those are the best seats in the house. And yeah, and your seat doesn't have a bag that you can sit back to.
Who cares?
But that don't mean nothing.
But and let's end on this point, I guess. Be real with me. You've been to a number of stadiums, right? Like not just Yankee Stadium.
I've been to Shea Stadium, Citi Field.
Okay, stop there. You know what? Perfect. Yes. Stop there because yes. Sorry. Go on. Tell me more. But you'll see why. Fenway. Okay.
Wrigley.
I've never been to Wrigley. Oh, you bastard. That was cool.
It was very cool. I went with a special friend of mine.
Hey, Bad Barbie. She bought the ticket because I saw her in the bleachers. I recognized her. I subscribed to her. No, Mom, I don't. Trust me. But do you think? I think Citi Field is one of my favorite stadiums ever. I think it's immensely better, like a million freaking times better than Shea Stadium. Now, granted,
yes, the Shea Stadium, yes.
A real Mets fan is going to be like, if you didn't like Shea Stadium, I'm not saying that. I mean, beautiful moments there. They won, comeback in the World
86.
Series, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the experience at Citi Field, when you walk in, we would walk in from center field, and they have all the food. They had Shake Shack, whatever. And on a beautiful day, you cannot beat that experience. And you walk in, and you can see the whole concourse around the whole stadium. You could see into the field of play and be right up getting your food. I'm like, this is the most amazing. And even outside, it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's chop shops everywhere, or at least they clean them out. But I'm going to say something that might be sacrilege. So prepare for it.
Okay.
I think New Yankee Stadium is garbage.
Really?
I think it's absolute garbage. They lost something in translation. For fuck's sake. In center field, they have. I've been out there too. I've been out there where they have the bar thing where you're looking. There's a massive blind spot if you sit up on the angle. Did you see that online?
I've been to the New Yankee Stadium about 20, 30 times.
Do you know the blind spot if you sit in a certain spot up in the?
You got to tell me where.
Oh, hold on.
Like if you're in the outfield.
You ready?
Okay, because the outfield's the bleachers.
Yes.
Okay,
ready?
so and they have the boardwalk that you could walk from left field to right field and still watch the game.
Here we go. It's so bad. Yankee Stadium blind spot. Ready? I'm going to put a picture up there. I mean, look at this. Frankie, look. I don't know
Can
if
you
can
put
see
it bigger so I can see?
I thought this was going to be bigger. Like just the way I disappoint all the ladies. I thought it was going to be bigger. Yeah, me too.
Well played, sir.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, yes, that's section 234.
Look, I don't know if you can see it. See, this is where I got to.
That's section 234 because right above that is the
You can't see the rest of the game.
Yeah, but that is section row 20 and up. Because I believe it's 28 rows, and that's row 20 and up. And if you zoom in, I believe that's section 234.
This looks to me like
that's the right field. Yeah, and
this is left field, I think, for this one. I don't know, but
the other way. Left field.
That's bad.
Yeah, and section 201 in the right field has a similar view because that structure separates the bleachers from 201 to 205.
Oh, here's a good one. See if I could get this one on the screen. Oh, shoot. Hold on.
Dude, my son is
I can't get on the screen. Yeah, well.
My son got a Yankees credit card, And as a Yankee credit card holder, you get free tickets throughout the season. And
Okay.
he got one, I think, is for opening day or opening weekend. And when he buys his tickets, he only buys in section 203.
Oh, we got to go.
It's the
We gotta
best.
go.
And if he's is sitting anywhere else in the first inning, you go to section 203
At least be part of that whole
and be
bleacher
part of
bump
it.
thing.
Then once the roll call is done, then you go to your seat.
See, I don't take it back though, man. I love that they brought that back. I love that they did that. And I think the Mets do something at Citi Field.
They don't do shit.
They don't, huh?
No, the Yankees are the
They don't do
only team in any sport that their fans call their names and they don't shut up until that player acknowledges them.
Before I forget, this is an idea I had a while ago. I think the Yankees are missing a golden opportunity, and we're going to end on this because we're at 136.
We're at 136.
136,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I can't wait to listen back. Why don't they somewhere in the outfield? You know how they have all the years that they won the titles
Yeah.
on the board.
Mhm.
I remember when they were building the stadium
Mhm.
and they were going to put first of all, it's pretty cool to have the years and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. But you're sitting there, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why don't they just put a big ass here, poker chip, a big ass fucking 27 on there with an X and the trophy. And that way, there's no one else on earth that can do that. Why don't you just put a big
That's an
ass
idea.
World Series trophy, gold? It could be even the logo on the wall, and just in red or blue, 27 and then an X, like, let's go. And then maybe even the 27 could be something like they do for the splash home runs in San Francisco, where it's like they're assuming there's a next one. Like, it's like a scoreboard. 27, like, we're ready for the next one. 28. Why don't there's
That's an idea.
such a unique chance for them to do something ballsy like that and be like, you want to count the years? Oh, look at that number over there. Big, and maybe put it in the outfield, like, boom.
Yeah, no, and then within the big bold 27 and the X, you
Then
could,
have the
there
years.
you could put in the years. Yeah.
We're going to end on that.
And you know,
kid.
we're gonna pitch that to the Yankees and hopefully get opening day tickets.
Bro, this is so
They'll
great.
offer us the Legend Suites and like, no, we want section 203, bro.
This is so great.
Yeah, man, I can't believe we've been rocking all this time, dude. We have not shut up this whole. We just been talking and talking and.
Bro, this is what we do.
This is yo.
I'm playing us out with our outro song, "Bang," going out with a bang. You're gonna have to hear this, but
She bangs.
no, not quite. No, not William Hung. I cannot believe I remembered that name.
I cannot believe you
Bro.
remember that name.
Whoa, William
I have no experience
Hung.
of dancing or singing at all.
Oh my God! Holy boomer reference that I just spouted.
You can't sing, you can't dance, so you are going to say, I have no experience.
Isn't this his face? We have to look at it up another
You know
time.
that he got a record deal after that?
Bro.
I mean, he only did
So did
one song.
so did Bod Bobby.
I think she was in the video because the only thing that made that video popular was the girls dancing, and that's probably the 1% from OnlyFans. But
And on that, I think we're going to end that.
all right, so thank you everyone for joining us. Join us next time. As you can see, there is not a dull moment here, man. We just
Not at all.
we just talk, and you know, it's what we do. So thank you for joining. Next time,
kid.
bring your friends, and we'll be taking questions next week.
Let's go, brother. So, my friends, this has been the first G-Talk. Well, no, pilot. This is a pilot. This is number 3. We'll do the real deal soon. So, on behalf of my co-pilot, my friend, my buddy, Frankie, we're going to go out because you know we always go out with a bang. Boom! See everybody.
Adios.